The visionary's days are numbered. Bron Breakker just looked directly into the soul of Seth Rollins and promised to tear down everything he's built. This isn't a threat anymore, this is a declaration of war. And what you're about to witness, this is the moment everything changes in WWE. Buckle up, because the storm is coming, and nobody, not even the architect of his own destiny, is ready for what's about to hit. You know what? Let me take you backstage on Monday Night Raw, because what went down wasn't just another promo. This wasn't another wrestler talking tough for the cameras. What we witnessed was a young lion staring down a legend and telling him to his face, your time is up. And the scary part? He might actually be right. Picture this, the backstage area, cameras rolling, and there stands Bron Breakker. Not just any superstar, this is second-generation destruction personified. The nephew of Rick Steiner, the son of wrestling royalty, but forget the bloodline for a second. This man has carved out his own path of absolute chaos since stepping into WWE. And on this night, he had one target in his crosshairs, Seth freaking Rollins. Now before we go any further, if you're new to the SLAMZONE family, let me tell you something from the heart. This channel? It's built on passion. It's built on the love of this business, the drama, the emotion, the moments that make you jump out of your seat at 3 in the morning screaming at your screen. Every single week, we break down the biggest moments, the shocking turns, and the stories that matter. And I pour everything into bringing you that content because you deserve it. You deserve someone who cares as much about wrestling as you do. So if you feel that energy, if you feel that connection, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button right now. Join this family. Because we're building something special here, and I want you to be part of it. Smash that notification bell so you never miss a moment, because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Now let's get back to this fire. Seth Rollins, the visionary, the architect, the man who rebuilt himself more times than anyone in WWE history. From the Shield to Authority Lackey, from Monday Night Messiah to Revolutionary Rebel, Seth has done it all. He's main event WrestleMania. He's held every championship that matters. He's beaten legends and created moments that will live forever in highlight reels. This is a man who has proven time and time again that when his back is against the wall, he finds a way to survive. He adapts. He evolves. He overcomes. But here's the thing about evolution: sometimes nature produces something faster, stronger, hungrier. Sometimes the next predator comes along and the old guard has no choice but to step aside. And that's exactly what Bron Breakker represents. When those cameras caught up with Breakker backstage, you could feel the intensity radiating through the screen. This wasn't a man looking for attention. This wasn't a cocky rookie trying to make a name. This was a destroyer who's already made his name, standing there with controlled fury, every muscle in his body coiled like a spring ready to explode. And when he started talking, man, the temperature in that hallway dropped 10 degrees. I'm ending the visionary era. 5 words. That's all it took. 5 words that sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. Because when Bron Breakker says something, he backs it up. This is the same man who's been throwing opponents around like they weigh nothing. The same freak athlete who combines the power of a superhero with the speed of a cruiserweight. The same dangerous competitor who's racked up victory after victory, leaving a trail of broken bodies in his wake. And the way he said it? Cold, calculated, confident. Not arrogant confident. There's a difference. Arrogance is empty words. Confidence is earned through action. And Bron Breakker has earned every ounce of that confidence by dominating everyone put in front of him. You could see it in his eyes. This wasn't personal hatred, this was professional elimination. Like a shark that's caught the scent of blood in the water, Bron has identified Seth Rollins as the barrier between him and the top of the mountain. And he's not asking permission to break through that barrier. He's announcing that he's coming, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop him. Now think about Seth Rollins hearing those words. Think about what must be going through his mind. This is a man who's faced the beast Brock Lesnar. He's gone toe-to-toe with Roman Reigns at his absolute peak. He's survived wars with Edge, with AJ Styles, with Kevin Owens. Seth Rollins has seen and conquered every type of opponent you can imagine. But Bron Breakker? This might be different. Because Bron represents something Seth hasn't truly faced in a long time: pure, unstoppable, youthful aggression combined with once-in-a-generation athleticism. This isn't a veteran trying to hold on to past glory. This is a young bull who genuinely believes he's the future, and he's got the skills to back up every word. The tension in that backstage segment was thick enough to cut with a knife. You could feel the energy shifting. The way Bron stood his ground, shoulders squared, jaw set, eyes locked like a guided missile on its target. He wasn't there to debate. He wasn't there to play mind games. He was there to deliver a message, and that message was crystal clear: your reign is over, and I'm the one ending it. And you know what makes this even more compelling? The history we're watching unfold in real time. Because this isn't just about one match or one rivalry. This is about the natural order of professional wrestling. This is about the torch being passed, or in this case, the torch being violently ripped away. Seth Rollins represents the current era, the established star who's proven everything. Bron Breakker represents the future, the unstoppable force that won't be denied. Think about the stakes here. For Seth, this is personal. This is about legacy. Every established star reaches that point where the young lion starts circling, where the next generation starts knocking at the door. And how you handle those moments defines your career. Do you step up and prove you've still got it? Or do you become the stepping stone for the next big thing? Seth Rollins is many things, but he's not someone who goes quietly. He's not someone who accepts being pushed aside. Which means when these two finally collide, and they will collide, it's going to be absolute mayhem. For Bron, this is his coronation moment. This is where he steps out of the shadow of potential and into the spotlight of actualization. Beating Seth Rollins doesn't just add another win to his record, it legitimizes everything. It announces to the entire WWE roster that a new era has begun, whether they like it or not. The beauty of this confrontation is the contrast. Seth's experience versus Bron's raw power. Seth's cunning and ring IQ versus Bron's explosive athleticism. Seth's ability to adapt on the fly versus Bron's relentless, straightforward aggression. It's a classic story, but it never gets old because the characters are so compelling. And can we talk about the delivery? The way Bron spoke wasn't with raised voice or theatrical anger. It was measured, controlled, deadly serious. That's what makes it so effective. Anyone can yell and scream, but when someone looks you dead in the eye and calmly tells you they're going to end you, that's when you know they mean business. That's when the fear creeps in. You could feel Seth processing it in real time. You could see the wheels turning. Because Seth's smart, he knows talent when he sees it. He knows danger when it's staring him down. And make no mistake, Bron Breakker is dangerous in every sense of the word. Now here's where I need to pause and talk to you for a second, because this moment right here, this is why we do this. This is why SLAMZONE exists. To break down these moments, to feel these emotions together, to celebrate this incredible business we all love. And I gotta be honest with you, creating this content, bringing you these breakdowns every single week, it takes everything I've got. But I do it because I love it, and I do it because you deserve someone who's going to give you the real, passionate analysis without the corporate filter. So if you're feeling this right now, if you're invested in this story like I am, please show some love. Hit that like button. Drop a comment below and tell me what you think happens when these two finally throw down. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We're building something special in this community, and I want you here for every moment. Share this video with your wrestling friends, because they need to see this breakdown. Let's grow this family together. Now back to the moment at hand, because we're not done dissecting what this means for the landscape of Raw. When Bron Breakker declares he's ending the Visionary era, he's not just talking about one match. He's talking about a systematic dismantling. He's talking about taking everything Seth has built and reducing it to rubble. And the scariest part? He's got the tools to actually do it. Imagine the match when it happens. The bell rings. Seth, the veteran, trying to use his speed and technical prowess to keep the powerhouse at bay. Bron, stalking him like prey, waiting for that one opening to unleash absolute hell. Every time Seth thinks he's got control, Bron explodes with a burst of strength that changes everything. Every near fall becomes life or death. Every reversal raises the stakes higher. Picture Seth hitting the pedigree, his ace in the hole, the move that's won him countless championships. The crowd erupts. The referee counts. 1, 2, and Bron kicks out with authority, throwing Seth halfway across the ring like he weighs nothing. The look on Seth's face in that moment, the realization that his best might not be enough. That's storytelling. That's drama. That's why we watch. And then the closing stretch. Both men exhausted, battered, giving everything they have. Seth attempts the curb stomp, but Bron catches him midair and transitions into the devastating spear he's become famous for. The impact echoes through the arena. Bodies crash. The crowd loses their minds. And in that moment, you realize you're watching something historic. Whether Bron wins or Seth survives, this rivalry has the potential to define both men's careers. For Seth, it's about proving he's still the top guy, still the man who can adapt to any challenge. For Bron, it's about cementing his place as the future of WWE, the next unstoppable force that the entire roster will have to deal with. The Visionary era might be ending, or Seth Rollins might prove once again why he's one of the greatest of this generation. But what we know for sure is this: Bron Breakker has thrown down the gauntlet, and the entire wrestling world is watching to see what happens next. This is the kind of moment that reminds us why we love professional wrestling. The drama, the intensity, the clash of generations, the uncertainty of what comes next. Bron Breakker vs. Seth Rollins isn't just a match, it's a statement about where WWE is headed. And I, for one, cannot wait to see how this story unfolds. Thank you so much for watching, for being part of the SLAMZONE family, for caring about this business as much as I do. If this breakdown got you hyped, smash that like button, drop your predictions in the comments who you got, Bron or Seth, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because we're covering every twist and turn of this rivalry as it develops. Share this with everyone you know who loves wrestling, because moments like this are meant to be experienced together. Until next time, this is SLAMZONE, and remember, in this ring, legends are made and eras come to an end. The question is, whose era ends first?